Hell yeah.
UFO Garage.
Hey, this is another episode of UFO Garage.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Joe, and this is where we talk about UFOs, aliens, and what? What?
Things weird. Woo.
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 Hey, what happened to that video you were supposed to play?
So,
Dude. I got to tell you, man.
before I play it?
No. Never mind.
Are you
what
going to
happened.
talk during? Okay.
I'll talk during it.
Senator, do you
Okay.
support Trump's call to shut down the government?
He has not called me, and I do not support you wearing black socks with short pants.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. One of the main guys in charge of, getting this UFO stuff out. He does not approve of your long black socks and them little bitty ass shorts, man.
He's right.
He
He's
don't
right.
approve of it. And
It's
that's
a
the
bad
kind
one.
of guy we need in charge of things around here.
Yeah, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get it. Like black socks, they don't show sweat. Everybody maybe walking around. in
All the red
sunlight.
tape and all the hoo-ha.
Yeah.
You know, we need a guy who's going to get straight to the point.
Mm-hmm. And were those cargo pants or were those just like chino shorts?
I think they were just chinos, dude.
Let's look. I want to see. Are
Let's
they
look back.
above? Are they above the knee or
Let's
below?
go back to the video.
Representative, do you support Trump's call to shut down the government?
Shut down.
Chinos.
He's
Yep.
not called me,
Shut.
and I do not support you wearing black socks.
Do
with
not.
short-
Dude, those shoes though. He works at Apple. You gotta work at Applebee's with those kicks, dude. That's what's up.
Possibly. Those are definitely non-slip attire for sure. But I got to tell you, man, I'm not happy with the fact that there's not even like a cargo on the side of those
Yeah.
shorts or anything. Like they're
No
not
pocket.
serving any kind of purpose other than like covering his balls. And
I
barely.
mean, you gotta
Look how
cover the
short those
balls,
things are.
man. You gotta cover the balls.
Jesus.
I mean, it's practical. I don't know. I'm starting to like his outfit.
You think so?
I think Gap is gonna come out with their own version soon.
I don't know. I think he's gonna like knock on my door and try and talk to me to Jesus or something.
I think there's gonna be a mannequin at the right when you walk into Gap, and this dude's fit, bro, with the backpack and everything. Except it's gonna be like a cross shoulder thing,
It could be.
and the
It could.
mannequin's gonna wear the glasses and everything. I don't know. I've changed my mind. I like his fit.
All right, whatever.
Thanks.
Whatever.
All right, I'm back to not liking it. I think
that didn't take very long at all, man.
Yeah, I just love that we have that kind of representation in Washington. You know, he's got a sense of humor. I like the guy.
Me too, man. Me too.
Tim Burchett.
Hey,
Yeah.
are we gonna have to rework the intro to the whole entire show? I mean,
Also,
it's like two fucking hippies or on the intro video.
oh, because we cut our hair. Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah, we need to take new headshots.
we
and
might
do
have
the whole
to.
thing.
We might have to
Oh.
upgrade.
Let's
I
watch
don't
it
know.
again. Hold on, let me see.
What do you think?
These are way cooler than us.
They were way cooler than us.
We
What
used
is
to
even
look.
what is even going on?
We used to look good.
What is even going on right now, Benjamin?
You mean like just a ufology or just the United States of America? Dude, a lot's going on. You
Because
know,
this is my United States of whatever.
hell.
Used to be a hit back in the day. Used to be
Was
a
it-
big one.
What, Celine Dion?
No, dude. We'll look it
Who's-
up. We'll look it up one day.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, speaking of what's been going on, I mean, not much has changed since we last spoke.
I
About
got
which
fatter.
my nipples got smaller, so
I noticed.
you always do.
I can't see them through your shirt anymore.
Yeah, dude. It's because it's a little warm in here.
Hell yeah.
So how do we want to start this thing, dude? Do we want to catch up on, make some comments on some I got those interviews we could kind of take a look at, and we want to go through that. We were talking earlier today on the phone. How do you want to kick things off, bro?
Let's kick it off here, because some people in the audience may actually be able to help us out. You know what I'm saying? Now we always like pride ourselves on being what were we gonna say, Ben?
Oh, we should shout out to everybody that's hanging out tonight.
Oh, let's by all means, let's do.
Jojo Bone, Big Willie, Eric Mitchell, Kevin, Enzo, Gary, Jason. I'm doing the ham horn.
Hand horn?
Ham. Champ is here, dude. Valro. Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We got the crew in here tonight, boys. Juicy fruit. Thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. Hell yeah. Okay, that was it. How are we gonna? You were gonna start this with something cool, and then I interrupted.
No problem, man. Hey, so the other night, right? We were hanging out. There was like a little star gazing thing that was supposed to happen, and it was like all these telescopes. Everybody brought all of these different kinds of telescopes, and we're all standing around, and we got to talking. There's a couple of these scientist dudes there, and somebody brings up, hey, Joe likes UFOs, and like I kind of feel like I was ambushed a little bit, dude. Because I've always just kind of fell into the whole thing, right? Like
You're like an underdog.
I guess so. Like,
Yeah.
right. Like you don't have to prove anything to me. Like, I know something else exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need that shit to land on my lawn to like understand that something fishy's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to twist my leg, dude. You know what I'm saying? If you're like, hey, I think something strange might have happened, I'll probably be like, let's talk about it.
Right.
Right.
Right,
So
that's you.
yeah, that's me. But anyway, so we get there and, we have this interesting conversation and we're talking to these scientist dudes. And, we kind of get down to like the point of like, well, why don't you just do the science? Right?
Oh yeah. Okay, so you're like pushed into this. Like, there's like a crowd. Like, multiple people said, you're talking about aliens, talk to Joe.
Yeah.
That's a big consciousness change in itself. It's because like it used to be like that was a conversation hailed to like near the bathroom at a party or like outside smoking a cigarette, and there's like only 2 people, maybe 3 people. But now the spotlight's on. Now you got to know your shit, dude. Now you got to be smart. You got to say some smart stuff.
You got to say smart things,
Yeah.
right? Now, obviously we can get away with saying smart stuff, here. But when you're talking to scientists, no, it was a great conversation.
Did he introduce himself as a scientist?
It was like, hello, I am science man. I forgot his name.
Gil.
Anyway, it was a great conversation, right? And I agreed with the dude. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't have anything, right? I don't have any physical evidence for you. I'm sorry. All we can do is like base these things off of, yes, sometimes there's stories. Yes, sometimes there is material. I'm not ever going to see it. You as a scientist are never going to see it. Like, can we call these things objects? I don't know. He was like, well, what if they're just particles? I'm like, I don't know. Are particles, 40 feet across? How do you know 40 feet across? Well, now we're basing this off of eyewitness testimony. Okay, well, that's not very reliable, but stories, right? I feel like we don't give stories enough credit. They're almost like preliminary evidence in the whole case. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know what to look for unless somebody told the story about it in the first place, unless it happens to you directly, right? So I do feel like these stories, they get a bad rap. And that's always the thing is people are always like, well, they're just stories. And yeah, they're just stories, but they're still evidence in the sense that, like, hey, we have something to investigate. This is what we can go off of,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know. I feel like
It's like the
sometimes-
first step.
Yeah, I feel like it is that preliminary evidence, dude. Like, I feel like people don't give it enough credit. Like, it's just stories. I know, but all of this is just stories.
Everything's a story.
All of our history is just stories. It's like
Everything-
how we're able to like interpret it and like figure it out.
Well,
And it kind of came off to me like in a way of like, well, you just need to go do the science, right? And I told you the other day, Ben, right? Would you bring your car to me if it broke down?
No.
Well, no, because I'm not a mechanic, right? That'd be a terrible decision. And I'll ask everybody out there, if I went outside and I tried to do some science, are you gonna believe me when I come back and tell you what I found? No,
No.
because I'm not a scientist. You know what I'm saying? No. Why would you, I can go out and I can like gather data. Maybe that's science. I can go and just like look at stuff, but I
Yeah.
don't have like a lot of instruments and shit like that, So I guess my question would be like, not only for me, but for everybody who's just a plain old average Joe, like us,
That's your name.
how would we go about going and doing science stuff that like people would actually stop and take a second look at? People that I guess educational status, like
They would.
are they wouldn't, right?
I think what we're talking about is like staying in your lane as far as like what your specialty and what you're best at. I feel like scientists are looking at this phenomena through a particular lens. Experiencers are looking at this phenomenon through a particular lens, and everybody wants proof. Well, for the experiencers, their experience is the truth.
Yeah.
And for scientists, the data is the truth. It's almost like this century, billion-year-old argument between science and nature or spirituality. It's very similar, man. Show me the proof. Well, I trust these old dudes. They wrote it down. There's Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode about this exact thing. It's like spot on.
Yeah.
It's like, show me the proof. Well, it's science. The guys that wrote the books. Did you do the science yourself? No. So you're just trusting a bunch of old dudes. It's a great skit.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're saying you had this encounter in real life though, like this dude was the actual scientist, and he was interested in the subject enough to spark the conversation, but it was almost like he was taking it out on you that he didn't get the answers that he wants, and he was like speaking to the general public, but you were the manifestation of that.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounded like he kind of put you in a pigeonhole in a way. So it's like usually that conversation is really fun, but
well, yeah, because I was telling him, I was like, what kind of science should I do as a man with few talents? Like
great beard.
What should I do? Marcus Tublin, I love that. The phenomena is the teacher, right? And I feel like it's going to reveal itself to you if it wants to. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I don't know if it's really up to us. Is it? That's why it's hard. And I do feel like we all have our place, right? As scientists, they want the data and they want the information, but they're never going to get that because they don't feel like sitting through listening to people's stories who have the information that might be able to give them data. So maybe instead of me just being an unimportant person who likes to listen to UFO stories, I can be important to you in the fact that like I've heard so many people talk about this stuff that like maybe I can kind of, say, hey, this sounds pretty interesting. What do you think about that? Or what do you think about that? Like maybe we all have our places, I don't know. He kind of made me feel pretty useless.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, you're right. I'm not a real scientist. You're absolutely right, dude. I am not a scientist, and I can't tell you. I can tell you about all the fascinating stories and certain things that I may have seen, but to you, they're all just stories. I mean, if you don't care enough to look into it yourself, there's no reason for me to sit here and try and convince you of that. It's not my job.
Yeah, so that means like everybody's got to experience it. There's got to be a mass sighting for everybody to get it, and
It's
everybody's
gonna
gonna be like, "Oh, okay, no evidence needed. We're all cool." And now what?
And it's just crazy too, right? Because I mean, you look at this, right? Uh, you look at this and you're like, okay, people for a long time have been saying, hey, I've been seeing some weird stuff in the sky. Okay, well, what is it? Well, to be honest, I'm not really sure.
Star of
Okay,
Bethlehem.
well, do you have a picture? No, I don't have a picture. Well, do you have a video? Well, I kind of have this grainy video. It's tough to see what it is. I mean, it's not going to be enough for you to believe, right? And people are like, all right, well, you're fucking a quack, right? Or like that's not helpful to me at all, right?
Yeah,
But then the government is like, hey, I think there's something in the sky. We're not quite sure what it is. Okay, well, do you have a picture? Well, no. Well, do you have any video? Well, yeah, but it's kind of grainy. And you're not really gonna be able to tell what it is. And people are like, "Fuck yeah, dude! This is the evidence we've been needing."
yeah.
And you're like, wait a second.
Dude, whoever's in charge of the marketing department who's rolling out this soft disclosure is a fucking genius. It
They're
makes
like, "Hey."
sense. This makes sense why it's 80 years in the making because it's been flawless and it remains flawless, dude.
They're like, hey, so all the shit that they've been saying for all these years,
We're gonna
let's just go to like the Capitol and say the same shit that they've been saying, and they'll be like, fuck yeah,
Yes.
you know, without
Yeah.
without anything like happening.
Any evidence or it's a total flip of the table, dude. And like
Yeah.
when you finally realize that's what's going on, it's almost like a flip the table like rage moment, but it's also like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah. And
That's really
Champ, dude,
funny.
I agree. Like,
I like that.
as much news coverage as the topic has gotten this year, it is awesome. It's very awesome. I agree 100%.
I love it.
I agree. It's awesome.
It's a party every week. There's something new, dude. Every week. It's so
But,
fun.
Yeah. It's just like you can see where like that's weird, right? Because like people have just been saying the exact same thing, and you're like, "Hey, government," and they're like, "What? Hey, look, we're talking about it. You have the same video that I have. Well, we're talking about it. Like, hell
Well,
yeah, that's what's up, government.
That's what's up.
That's
So
what's up.
what
Talking
happens?
about
What happens next? I mean, we've had all these hearings. We've had all these bills passed. We've had these the Schumer amendment, which it might be overruled, returned, redacted, reducted, whatever the term is, which provides amnesty to whistleblowers. Oh man, it's just something new every week. Huge stuff in the direction of disclosure.
What about
or dude? Wait, I want to get this out. Or is it a planned marketing campaign?
I think it's the latter. Because like, what about all the experiencers? Still nothing on those guys. Still
Nope.
nothing on those dudes.
Nope.
Nothing.
That's because they're the off-brand.
That's where the shit gets hairy,
They're
dude.
the Cheeto
I'm
Puffs.
telling you.
They're the Cheeto Puffs. They're the Apple Loops.
Yeah.
They're the Cheery Hose.
the Cheery Hose.
They're off-brand, dude. They're all the stories to them, not to me, but to the government. They want it branded Kellogg's.
It's like instead of having like a real homegrown piece of fruit, like you went with like the engineered piece of fruit instead.
That's because you can make money off of it.
Because it's perfect, right? It's packaged perfectly. It looks great. It tastes fantastic.
Yeah.
And you know what? People are going to eat it all up.
And it's predictable. You know exactly like how much it costs to make it, how much
There's
it
no
costs to
seeds in
package
it.
and deliver it. We know that, like, okay, if anybody else ends up making the same exact cereal, we're still talking about cereal, right?
I think so.
If anybody else makes this exact same cereal, well, there's a DNA code we can. That's our cereal, dog. You owe us royalties. So, also, oh wait, there's some other stuff I want to bake into that concept.
Hey, what if we just dude, what if we bought like a package of off-brand Cheerios and we just labeled them UFOs or UFOs, and like they were still
UFOs?
they were still just circles like Cheerios. You just change the
Yes.
packaging on it, dude. Wait, these are supposed to be UFOs? Well, yeah, dude. They're circles.
It says it right there. Oh shit.
It says UFOs on
Cassie,
it. dude.
what's up, girl? Fat Base, what's up, dog? Marcus, what's up, fool? Shit. It's all right.
But
First floor audio, what's up, dog?
what's up, man?
So all right. So who are they selling it to? Who are they selling this cereal to?
Well, I think they're
And why?
I think they're going to try. Okay, so look, obviously, there's a whole massive amount of people that are just kind of like jumping on board with it, right? So it's like if we can get to the masses, right, before they actually start diving and digging into everything like everybody else has, because you would assume that that's where the pushback comes from, right? They've been trying to say stuff, and people have kind of been like, "Look, I don't know, man.
Cereal causes cancer. We know, like,
We kind of been looking into this for a while, and while I'm excited, there's still something kind of fishy around here. I'm not sure, but like, to the people who haven't, they're just like, hey, here's what's going on. This is what we're doing.
it's got vitamins and nutrients, and
We're trying
iron.
to figure it out. And people are like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'm on board. And then like some other people are like, but they already know what's happening.
Yeah, but they don't want to talk about what's happening. They don't want to talk about the scary shit because scary stuff makes people do scary things.
So that kind of brings me to another point, right? On like it being kind of scary. Let me give you.
It's scary.
It's kind of scary, right?
It's kind of spooky.
So let me give you this idea, right?
Yeah.
In an infinite universe, right?
Mhm.
And maybe it's not even infinite. Who knows, right? We're just going off this idea. If this is an infinite universe and like all possibilities are there, right?
Yeah.
Just a couple of examples, right? Say one day, right? There's a guy, maybe he's chilling at home, maybe he's like in the park or something, and then like all of a sudden this fool comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, yo, I have a message for you." He's like, "Hey, I'm from the future, and I need you to know this right now, right?"
Yes.
And that fool disappears, and like, so now that dude that was just chilling at the park, he's like, shit. He's like, who do I tell, right? So he goes, he starts telling people, and then like they're like, fucking whatever, dude. You didn't meet nobody from the future, right? And that dude's just like, all right, whatever, dude. Like, I have this information, but whatever, right?
Wait, did the guy from the future tell information?
Yeah, he gives
Okay,
him
okay.
information. He's like,
Okay.
I have information about the future I need to tell you.
Okay,
right?
and then he tells him,
Yeah,
and then he disappears.
and he disappears,
Got
right?
it.
So imagine on the same day, right? Somebody's chilling at their house, right? Or like maybe they're at the park or whatever. And all of a sudden, something happens where they have missing time. And then they start looking around and they see tiny little beings all around them, right? And they're getting messages from these beings. We don't know what it is. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. Maybe it's a great experience. Maybe it's terrifying, right? But then
Gonna be lucky child.
but then they get put back in their spot, like maybe at their home or in the park or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And they tell somebody and they're like, dude, like, I don't know, that's kind of crazy that would happen to you, right? And then that guy's like, all right, well, I guess nobody believes me, right? But then like there's like another guy on the same day, right, who like has this crazy experience with like white lights or like orbs, and like it feels good, and like they have like a religious experience, and like they feel like shit, like I feel like I was in like the Holy Spirit or something was surrounding me, like,
It wasn't physical,
and it wasn't physical. It was just like I was in a different place, right? And something was happening to me.
Yeah.
Why couldn't all three of those scenarios not happen at the same time or like on the same day? Why couldn't they be separate?
They can't. I think they are separated now because of our fear-based mentality. I think it all comes back to survival. Like our opposition to, just depending on who you are, is it a physical thing? Okay, it will hurt me. Okay, is it a spiritual thing? It's not physical. It's just out there. Probably not hurt me physically. Body safe. Mind not say question. It's like less of a risk, so it's easier to digest. I think that's also a conversation for other topics. It's like when it becomes physical, it's like, oh, threat now, me hurt. I don't like that. Physical or non-physical things, spiritual. It's a lot easier to say, all right, well, they can't physically hurt me. It's just something that you experience. Is that kind of what? Am I online or wait? Am I on track with what you're kind of saying?
Yeah, I just think I think like why
maybe they're all the same thing.
Well, not even that. No, like maybe they're all different. Why couldn't all three of those scenarios happen? You know, why couldn't people be experiencing all three of those scenarios? Because we do have this understanding that like, okay, now it's everything's kind of being pushed under this umbrella of just the phenomena, right? The phenomena happens to you. People see orbs, people see beings, people see poltergeist activity. Is it all the same thing? Like what if it's not though? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if like we were kind of having this discussion earlier? Like, what if it's easier to come in contact with an interdimensional being than it is to actually travel the distance and space to see another civilization, right?
Yeah, you were saying like that concept itself is insane. Like, what if it is easier, more of a statistic, a higher statistic number that you would encounter something interdimensional rather than finding another entity that is alive and well at the same exact time halfway across the universe or galaxy? Like, that's kind of nuts to think about too.
You know, because if there is something out there, dude, that's just kind of like us, dude, we'll never know it ever existed, right? There's probably been shit just like us, and we'll never know that it ever existed. Yet here we are having these interactions with things that we can't even pinpoint. And when we are able to somewhat kind of pinpoint it, we're like, yo, we actually don't even think it's from this dimension. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are that comfortable now that they're actually starting to throw that out there, you know?
So, which leads me to Kevin Kennedy, too much information. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was all kind of demonic? Bro, if there's demons, there's aliens.
I mean, it could be, but what would be the balance to that? Even if it is demonic, do demons have domain only over the planet Earth, or do demons have the domain over all of the universe as well? Like,
we don't know yet.
What are we talking here?
It's
like,
not on the back of the cereal box.
If there is another civilization on another planet somewhere, do they even know what a demon is? And if they don't, does the demon affect them at all? Like, where is their domain? You know,
that's the first question you ask a demon.
How far does that extend? No, the first question you ask a demon is what his name is.
Oh, that's right. What's your name? Chancho.
You're like, hey, fool, what's your name?
Que es dominio?
What's your name, fool?
What's your name, fool?
Where you live at? He's like, hey. Hey, guy. He's like, hey, stop it. That kind of hurts. Ow. Get out of here now. I command you in the name. That's dude. Okay, so that's another thing, right? You kind of like look into this whole thing and like the demonic shit is like kind of weird, right? Because if there are, which there's recorded exorcisms that have taken place, some people believe them, some people don't, but like
I had one on the toilet earlier.
It's kind of weird, dude. It's kind of weird that like some shit would happen and then you'd be like, yo, in the name of Christ, you know, I command you. And like, then all of a sudden, like the devil leaves. Like, what is that power? Right? Like, what is that power? Like, if they are specifically using like a cross and shit, they're like, in the name of Jesus Christ. And then like this demon leaves. What is that power, dude? Because I don't hear anybody being like, yo, in the name of Joseph Smith, I command you by the power of my magic pants to get out of this lady. Yeah. And like the demon's like, no, magic pants. Right. Like they get in and like they're real with it. They're like, no, we're not fucking around. I'm going to say some our fathers and like some Hail Marys. I'm gonna fuck this dude up. And I'm gonna,
chinos.
dude, my holy chinos. I'm gonna spray some water on this girl, dude. But I'm telling you, like, there's something behind that, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you very much.
Oh yeah. Wow. Thank you.
There's something about that, and that's another thing, right? Why couldn't demons exist, but why couldn't aliens exist? And why could this spiritual thing exist? Why couldn't they all exist?
Yeah, like they're all different things. Like they're just all different manifestations of something.
Like, what if aliens are like, damn, dude, no, we know what the demons are. They're just like this other like form of shit. We deal with
they
them
used
too.
to be roommates and they're like kind of salty and they're
Or
like
like
that fool used to eat
ghosts.
Shit.
Like, what if aliens are like, yeah, we know about ghosts.
Ghosts are the most salty of ex-roommates for sure.
But it's just because they understand that realm, dude. This is like otherworldly shit we're talking about. It's just no earthly 3-dimensional stuff, man. This is in the realm, dog.
I like it. I like it when you say realm. Just in any context, I like that term, the realm. The realm is what, just like a reality, right? It's just a realm. Well, okay. If there's different stages or different vibration or densities of realms, where are we in that spectrum?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. Maybe we're supposed to be higher than we think we are.
Oh, I mean, I'm definitely higher than I think you are. What?
Yeah, I think I'm higher than you too.
Yeah, I keep going back to like the frequency stuff, man. Because I just watched Oppenheimer. I got a lot of fusion reactions going on. It's more like little tiny puffs of smoke, like a black cat. But like, okay, a band of frequency. Higher frequency is okay, you can't see it. It's like light, and then like lower frequencies like darkness, and then the middle is physical. And like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like both on the opposite end of the spectrum are not, they share this in common. They're not in the physical realm. But they could interact with the physical realm if they wanted to, because it's easier for a square to become a rectangle than it is a rectangle to become a square. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't even think it's easier. I think it just is that way. Right?
Oh, damn. I like that.
Yeah, there's no way around it. You know? One can't be the other. However, the other can be one. If you know what I'm saying.
Whoa, dude.
Hallelujah.
Damn, I missed that.
You missed that?
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good start, man. Hell yeah.
It's a good half-hour start.
It was great.
Okay. On to the next. Do we want to go down your bullet list or what?
Where you want to go, dude? Where you want to go with it? Okay. So I told my scientist story, and it kind of led into my 3 examples story. We did my Tim Burchett video.
Okay.
Damn, I talked about the government and the people. There's only one thing on my list.
Hold on.
I ran through that pretty quick.
Wait, was that all of it?
No, that wasn't all of it. We have one thing left.
Okay, we'll save it. Well, what is it real quick? Just tell me. Nobody can hear you.
It would what?
Nobody can hear you.
Everybody can hear me. It was our boy. It was our boy Richie's interview, man.
Okay, yeah, let's save it.
Yeah, let's save it. What do you got on your list, though, dude?
I remember when I showed you. I was like, I've been listening to a bunch of podcasts recently with like Gary Nolan and his research with the brains is.
Yeah, dude.
Like, oh, that's exactly how our last episode left off. And I was like, oh, I'm so original. I feel like I'm just gonna. I did a lot of work to like,
dude. It's only been like
2 togethers.
Yeah,
together. So I didn't even mean to do that.
That's the quality you're getting here, ladies and gentlemen. Burping right into the mic as we're going into the next segment.
Who burped? You burped. I didn't burp.
No, you burped.
No,
it's okay.
Yeah, I burped.
For our listeners, Ben burped.
Okay. Well, if there's anybody new to the podcast, hey, Gary, thank you, brother.
Oh, thank you, dude.
Love you, brother. Also, thank you, Kevin. Also, oh, dude, what? That's exactly okay. All right, let's play the video. If you're new to the podcast, you don't know our friend Eric Mitchell, who's I think actually watching the show right now. This fool's been telling us about this kind of stuff of the brain, the caudate putamen basal ganglia stuff. It's been coming a lot in some recent interviews, and I just want to play a couple clips.
Hey, hold on before you do that.
Huh?
You guys go check him out, Eric Mitchell Experiencer.
Yeah.
He's been running his own show lately, and it's pretty sick. He just had Michael P. Masters on, and that was a pretty good episode. I really like that. I really enjoyed it. So go check him out, subscribe, and yeah.
Hell yeah. Eric's our boy.
Possibly further distance. Now, when you get into Dr. Gary Nolan at Stanford University, he isolated on a part of the brain that he now calls the antenna, the part of the brain that he believes are affected by these UFOs at a distance or up close.
This was 2 years ago.
Yes, sir, it was.
That was 2 years ago, bro.
Yes, sir, it was.
Okay, I got another one. Lex Friedman podcast. This is. I feel like I should put some kind of disclaimer so we don't get taken down. I don't fucking care.
We do not own the rights to Lex to his podcast.
We don't.
Brain of people who encounter UFOs.
Oh, here we go.
What's common about the brain of people who encounter UFOs?
So the study started with a group of, let's say, a cohort of individuals that were brought to me and their MRIs to
Eric Mitchell
to ask about the damage that had been seen in these individuals. It turns out that the majority of those patients ended up being, as far as we can tell, Havana syndrome. And so for me, at least, this, that part of the story ends in terms of the injury. It's likely almost all.
I got to stop because it's 30 seconds.
Havana syndrome.
I don't know what Havana syndrome is, and I need to look into that.
It makes you want to eat ham sandwiches and smoke cigars and drive around with no AC in your car.
I think I have that all the time.
Hell yeah.
Problem now. That's not
I love ham.
my problem.
Yeah.
Old cars.
But when we were looking at the brains of these individuals, we noticed something right in the center of the basal ganglia in many of these individuals that at first we thought was damage.
Not damage.
Not damage. He goes on to say that it has something to do. Well, should I just let him say
Have
it?
motor control, which is centralized in one place. Motor control requires knowledge of the environment. You don't want to move something and hit the table. You're into executive function. So what we think we found there was
This is where it gets a little sketchy, because I just love how candid he is about how he describes this, because he just gets to the point. I like Gary Nolan. I think he's awesome.
not something
You know what I'm saying?
which allows people to talk to UFOs. I mean, I think the UFO community
It's not something that allows people to talk to UFOs. That's what he says.
Took it a step too far. What I think
I don't think we take it a step too far. I don't think we know enough about it, by the way.
we
I
found
agree with
was
that
a form of
Yeah.
higher functioning and processing. So what we then looked at, and this was the most fascinating part of it, we looked then at individuals in the families of those, let's say the index case individuals, and we found that it was actually in families. And
Which takes care of that lineage problem
Yeah.
question. Right?
Why do people get contacted or abducted and within the family lineage?
And it goes
And
into
we're
that-
basically saying, like, look, it's not that like they're keeping tabs on you. It's that you've kind of maybe evolved a little differently than people around you that maybe is allowing you to kind of experience this at a more frequent rate, right?
Mm-hmm. I got more to say, but I'm going to save it.
more so, this is the most fascinating part. We've probably looked now at about 200 just random cases that you can download off of databases online. You don't see this higher connectivity. You only find it in what Kit Green would have called.
Kit Green, Eric, does that sound familiar? What was his aviation name? Do you remember that?
I think it was Toucan Sam. Was that it?
Or has called higher functioning individuals, people who are, I mean, he called them savants. I don't have the means to, we haven't done the testing, but as it turns out, my family has it, right? We found it in.
Also, this is why I love his candor, because it's just like straight to the point. Also, like, I'm fucking smart, so like
He's like, hey, I mean, look,
Yeah,
I'm brilliant. It runs in my family.
Also-
not
also-
bragging or anything.
also
but
they have
I'm
bigger
fucking
dicks.
smarter than you, right?
they have bigger dicks, and look, hey, I didn't do it.
I got a huge cock. All right. You know how to hook up this microphone or whatever. I find cancer.
I
Fuck
just
you.
happen to be here. Jeans by Greer.
You know what?
And
He's
by
rocking
Greer.
what if he's rocking a pair of jeans by Greer right now? Dude?
Honestly, he could be.
Dude, we need to hold a conference where we custom make jeans for everybody.
I have a feeling Greer would slap our wrists on that.
Well, he's invited too, and he could bring his own goddamn jeans.
We'll give him a cut, dude.
Hell yeah.
There's a pun in there somewhere with cut jeans and something. Okay,
and me, my brother, my sister, my mother, we found it as well in other
all big cocks.
individuals, husband and wife pairs. So statistically, if you had a group of 20 individuals and you found 2 husband-wife pairs, both of whom had it, and yet it's only found in about, we think, 1 in 200, 1 in 300 individuals. The fact that 2 individuals came together, 2 sets of individuals came together, both of whom had it, implied either a restricted breeding group or attraction. The reason why it's
All right, so that's basically it. It's like, all right, we're getting in the weeds of like why the trait has passed down. Okay, I got another one.
And they're also attracted to each other.
Yeah, they're also
Right. And that's something that Eric has told us for, the past 3 years. He's like, yeah, we can literally find each other in a group within a matter of seconds.
You're right. You're right.
And it's just something about it. It's like we kind of like connect.
Yeah. So another thing that he brings up is.
So what do you think? Do you think Gary Nolan knows what he's talking about, or do you think he's just talking some shit?
I just wait. Wait.
Is Gary Nolan telling the truth, or is he talking shit?
Shit.
Yeah, of course we are. Can't you smell it? No, Sam. I can't.
Come on, Dewey. Join the party.
No, Dewey. You don't want this. Get out of here. You know what? I don't want no hangover. I can't get no hangover. It doesn't give you a hangover. Well, I get addicted to it or something? It's not habit forming. Oh, okay, well.
It's way too long.
I don't know.
Can I just?
You can't.
It is.
Skip.
Well, hold on, he's about to say it.
Sex, is it? It makes sex even better. Sounds kind of expensive. It's the cheapest drug there is.
He's about to say
You
it.
don't want it.
Come on.
I think I kind of want it. Okay, but just this once.
Oh, come on. Damn it. He says it. He says, you don't want another shit.
I thought he says it when he's doing the cocaine or the
no,
crack or something.
That's not what I said. I didn't search for that one.
All right.
You
Ladies and
don't
gentlemen,
want
that-
another shit.
That's right. You get failed skits. That's the quality we're working with over here, ladies
Hell
and gentlemen. Hell yeah.
That's what's up.
I love it. So yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think? Do you think Gary Nolan is he telling the truth, or is he talking that shit?
Fuck yeah, he's telling the truth, man. He's smart guy.
He's
He
smart.
told us himself.
Can smart people lie to you?
No, they cannot. They can't. It's true. It's written in the history books. Even historians can't lie, dude. Smart people and historians, and they don't lie.
They don't.
It's part of it, dude.
It's their job.
Don't
Like
question.
when they fill out their
question the history book.
application, on the application it says, "Hey, it says, hey, comma, I know you're smart and stuff, comma, but are you gonna lie?
Do you lie?
Period."
And then there's only two answers. There's
Two
yes,
boxes that you
and
can
then there's
check.
no.
And dude, don't even get me started. Do not check that box. You put an X in it, okay? And stay
Why?
in the lines, you animal. You
What do you
think
mean you
this
put
is-
yeah, are you? Oh my god. You're a monster. Are you saying that you just X the box and not fill it in?
Yeah, you just exit. It's not a Scantron. You're
You
not
piece
number
of
twoing.
shit. You piece of shit.
Dude, speaking of Scantrons, my teacher was so pissed at the end of like the day, at the very end of everything possible, and she was picking up Scantrons, and I did it in pin. She was so mad. Hell yeah. No, I'm with you, dude. I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, you have to.
I think he's, like I'm saying, dude, I would never be able to go out and do that kind of science. I wouldn't even know where to start. You know what I'm saying?
I love that Gary I love Gary Nolan. I think he's doing great work. I think he's putting I don't know if he's putting his neck out on the line. I think he's definitely doing some science that other people are qualified to do, just don't really want to do that because like they've got a job and like tenure and stuff. I feel like it's just right place, right time, right interest. He has an interest in this thing. He's a cool dude. I like that he's talking about this stuff and it's important, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
it's cool to hear like some like Stanford scientist.
How random is that though? You know what I'm saying? That like, okay, Gary Nolan and his family, they have it, right? But he somehow develops this machine that can help them in their pursuit to finding whatever it is that they're looking for. And the CIA goes to him and is like, hey, we're dealing with this shit. And he finds out some of this is Havana syndrome, but some of this is also different. Oh, by the way, I also have it. How does that work? Like, what's the coincidence that he would have it, also be the guy to develop the machine to discover it, not know that that's what he was going to discover before the CIA contacted him and then was like, oh shit, I have it. Like, how did he know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. So
I know he talks about he has like these small, like little personal experiences. So maybe it was already like an inkling to him, like, oh, that kind of fits. Was he experiencing the same thing?
Well, he's an experiencer himself. I think everybody that we're seeing in the news, Lou Elizondo, David Grush, Tim Burchett, everybody who's like gunning for this, we called it when we had Lou Elizondo on for the first time a few years back, and you and I were like prepping for the show, and we were just bullshitting over a couple beers, and you said, "Bro, I think Lou Elizondo is an experiencer," and so. Maybe that was after the first convo. And then the second time we had him on, we were like, we made it a point to ask him, are you an experiencer? Right? Am I saying that right? Or did we talk about it before?
And he was like, I don't want to go into my own stories.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying what I have to say or whatever.
I'm not trying to single Lou Elizondo out. It's just because we've had him on our show. We haven't had any of these other dudes that we're talking about on the show. But I think everybody that's gunning for this subject and putting their neck out on the line, although there's probably a reward at the end. Let's be honest. I think that's kind of, we didn't really tie that. We didn't tie that knot, dude. We didn't tie that.
Do you think the reward in the end is they all get to go up to the spaceship that's going to take off after the Earth explodes and start a new colony?
Fuck.
Is that the reward?
Yeah. I mean, that's
everybody who's helping out right now.
It's a possibility.
Is going to be able to go on the ship that they've been building all this time.
It's a possibility. But
there's continent-sized ships.
There's also a possibility, like, all right, let's take it like a more spiritual route. Everybody who pushed this topic forward on a spiritual level, and we don't know what the metrics are or what the indicators are. If you, it's like if you take it at zeros and ones, did they publicly go out of their way to talk about or push this topic forward, whether it be devil's advocate or pro or against? Did they put themselves out there publicly? If it was zeros and ones and it was a yes, and that was the metric on getting in to the, all right, the world's gonna explode, hey everybody, party, come on with it, then yes, that would be the goal. But I don't think I think that's far-fetched.
Because they're gonna need to like build a whole new civilization, dude. It's gonna be like Be like, dude, look, they're gonna be like, yeah, dude, because they're gonna
It
have to
will
run
be
the ship.
new.
They have to like run the ship and stuff, and they're gonna have to like keep things going. I mean, imagine if you had like a ship the size of like a state, like how crazy that would be. Like you'd have
What
what's
state?
like Texas.
Oh,
You would have like a big ass. You would have a lot of work to do. You know what I'm saying? You would have like just a bunch of like real smart engineers and captains and Mexicans everywhere. They would be crazy up there, dude. They would just be hustling and trying to find the next planet. And then, dude, who knows?
I only laugh because like Mexicans are gonna they have probably built it and will run the shit. If there's ever like an
Yeah, dude.
like Texas, they're gonna be like, no, we built this shit. Like, no, you're you're in an economy. We're
Dude,
sitting,
if you're
we're sitting in coach.
bro, if you're gonna terraform a planet, you're gonna need some landscapers, bro. That's all I'm saying. And nobody does it better.
It's true.
It is what it is.
White people have indoor plants and we kill them all the time. We can't keep them alive, dude. That's why we have succulents. Can't kill it. They die, dude.
Water them too much.
I'm saying, dude, I'm just being honest with you. No one can keep a succulent alive. If you have a succulent and it died, don't feel bad because they die. That's just what they do. Like
A
they're
lot of 'em.
temporarily a temporary plant.
No, they're a
Yeah.
forever plant.
No, dude.
You guys are doing it wrong.
All right. I feel like I wanted to circle back to something, dude, but
You were talking about Gary Nolan.
yeah. Oh, I had a couple other videos to watch.
Let's get it, dude.
Oh shit! Now I'm on share screen.
I'm putting you on the spot. Yeah, dude. Today's
Hell
episode
yeah.
is brought to you by Teddy Grahams. Hell yeah. Teddy Grahams is the official snack of the UFO Garage.
You know we got them teddies. Look at that belly.
Look at it.
Teddy Graham's got that belly button. You know what it look.
You know what it look like.
That's a sweet Teddy
Giving
Graham.
information or
Oh, snap.
All right, JRE. Obviously, who cares? Copyright. Yeah, we saw it.
the problems of humanity and possible solutions
He's talking about interactions, and this is why I included it. It's important.
or
I don't know if you heard of the Joe Rogan Experience.
Have you? I don't know if you guys have never heard of it. We'll
Yeah.
leave a link in the description.
Yeah, yeah. If you guys want to check out Joe, we'll leave a link in the description.
interact
It's a great show.
actions was a sensitive subject that my interview subjects
Interactions was a sensitive subject.
did not want to get into. I suppose that there's probably detailed documentation of those interactions that goes into a lot of the stuff you're asking. I truly don't even know the answer
He doesn't know.
to. a lot
Oh,
of
Joe's
that,
getting
so.
up.
But is there discussions amongst these people that there have been these sort of
There was
meetings?
water cooler talk.
All right, so we're talking about interactions. I don't know. Everybody's probably seen this interview. It's so good, yo. I'm not going to give my opinion on Garage because everybody else has, and no one cares what I say. But the guy, it was at the top of the intelligences. Like he cleared everything he was going to say on the podcast before he went on the podcast. He's human. He's probably going to let a couple things slip, right? But I feel like he was pretty good at censoring himself.
Yeah.
But here's where I found interesting. If it was cleared, this next part might be interesting.
With some people I talked to on the program.
I love water coolers.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, bro, guess what I overheard in some weird meeting?" You know,
Right.
and but that is the problem with that is it's like secondary information,
Right.
and I'm so anal retentive. Unless that person told me I had close personal,
So he's talking about unless I have close personal
I touched it, whatever.
touched it.
Like, cool. Well, you're coming to the inspector general, or
All right, he's talking about he doesn't trust anybody that gives secondhand information. Well,
Right.
Zoom out. We're getting secondhand information from him.
Yeah. And not to mention all of his information is from documents.
and
I mean,
and
he's talked to
testimony,
people.
but
Testimony.
secondhand testimony. So it's like people told the people who told him.
Or I'm gonna at least give them your name because that's what you told me, and then obviously I did that. So those people who physically were there, were on the program, did the thing, I brought to the Inspector General.
So Inspector Gadget, I mean, he's got long arms.
Go, Gadget, UFOs.
Go, Gadget, UFO.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time. Meow. He has that cat.
Yeah, the cat, little robot cat. Yeah.
Are there
But yeah,
discussions
yeah.
of interactions with live beings?
There was some water cooler talk about
Again with the water cooler talk, man.
that kind of
But
thing.
that's it.
But you know, I don't even want to get into it because it's like there were some details provided to me, but it's like it's secondary, and I don't know if that's like the telephone game.
I just imagine that like there's like a skiff, right? And they have all this information. And then like they walk out and there's like a door to the right that they immediately go into, and there's a water cooler, and they're like, fuck, dude, you gotta hear this shit that I just heard about.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? What'd you hear about? They got bodies. Oh God. like the water cooler, like that's still at your job, isn't it? Like,
Yeah. If
is there no cameras?
If you're working in the DOD or the Pentagon, like it's not bugged, right? Like nobody can hear your private conversations at the water cooler. Those aren't on purpose.
Yeah, like there's a listening device on the water cooler. Like there has to be.
It's in the molecules of the water. All right. Well, I'm getting too far on that, but did you see that they actually did a skiff with David Grush? It's under the radar. It's like on the dark web.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that shit?
I heard about it.
Do you want to watch it?
I'm down.
So it's like are you serious? You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
So Grush does an interview in a skiff with a member from the public.
Are you in the dark web?
Well,
no, I'm clicking a link to the dark web.
About the non-human entities you'd spoken of in today's hearing.
Unfortunately, I can't speak to that in this public hearing, but I'd be more than willing to talk about it in a private skiff of some kind.
All right, well, let's set that up. Before we end this hearing, can you tell me about the bottles in front of you?
Well, the sunscreen is because I burn easily, and the bug spray is, well, for the bugs, and garlic is for, well, if aliens exist, why not vampires?
Okay, well, I look forward to hearing about the information and proof that you have. I believe we should also include a member of the general public to be present during this meeting.
I think that'd be highly productive. Well, first off, I'd like to thank you for being here. As a member of the general public, we feel like it's very important for us to be as open and transparent with the evidence and the proof that we have regarding this topic.
Hey, I got to say thank you for having me. I mean, this is kind of an honor to be, picked to be in this meeting with you guys. I mean, I'm sure this is the first time something like this has happened. And I think it's really important that we all kind of get on the same page so we can start working together. And for the first time in history, I would really love it if you guys would just shoot straight with us. Tell us the truth. Give us what you got.
Okay, to start this thing off, I'm going to share a series of photos with you, and you just tell me what you think
that music gets all like dark and shit.
Of that.
It's very serious, dude.
So serious, dude.
It kind of makes me scared.
I'm a little scared.
I'm a scared right now.
I'm a scared of this.
I mean, they're interesting, but it's not anything that
So is it the blocks? All right. If anybody
could just be done in a studio.
Like, we just put the microphone on the table.
Aliens, am I right?
No one's gonna see.
Sorry, just not compelling enough.
All right, so, well, we do have video evidence if you'd like to watch that and let me know what you think.
Also, that video is a video that's pretty dope.
I don't know, man. I mean, could just be really good CGI. I mean, you guys have an unlimited budget, obviously, and you did fake the moon landing after all, so I mean, it looks cool, but I just don't know if I believe it still. Sorry.
Well, we do have official government documents, very high level. You're the only
Excuse me, Marcus. No, it's not fake.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. This is real.
This is the problem with the UFO community.
This is the
okay?
this is the problem.
See what I'm saying? When you find something of quality,
yeah,
everybody just thinks it's fake.
My sources don't lie. Okay,
Let me tell you about my sources.
I found this information secondhand. Okay, this
Actually,
video that you're watching is secondhand.
I can't tell you about my second.
This is not fake. Marcus,
General
Fart Kiss.
Marcus,
love you. See this, so love to get your take on that.
Official documents, like things I can just go on the internet and read. I mean, come on, anybody could have typed these up. You could just be pulling a fast one over on me. And it says, aliens are doing exist. And could have just typed this up. Look at all the black marks on this thing. I mean, how am I supposed to really read into it when half of it's all blacked out? See, I mean, we're here to discuss all this information. You're still censoring everything. I mean, what is that all about?
Honestly, I don't know what else you want. This is all that we have. This is the best proof we have.
I knew this was going to happen. I want more. I need more. More proof. More. That's what I need. I just need more. I mean, I need more.
I feel like you're being kind of childish about this.
You're a child.
So
it's a real interaction in
it's
a
real.
skit
It's real
with David Grush.
It's so
and a regular member of society,
a regular ass member. And I love that they did that.
You know, it kind of speaks to me in a way of like, occasionally, like when the government comes out with stuff, you know, it's funny because all this time we've been like, hey, this is real, and everybody has been like, well, show me the proof, right? But now the government is like, hey, this is real, and then now we're kind of like, well, show me the money, right? Like, it's just funny how it flipped. And sometimes people could be a little childish about it, you know. It's like, hey, you already believe it. What do you want from that? What do you want?
There's some moments in there where I'm like, all right, what was the deal about like the vampires and shit? It's like, that wasn't funny.
I think that guy's crazy.
That wasn't funny. It wasn't a funny joke. Whoever wrote that thinks that was funny. Wasn't.
I would say it's probably my least favorite.
Yeah. But the point was, I think the point was the background. It's like, you know,
they can't all be home runs.
One guy played Jeremy Corbell, George Nepizos, and the other guys. You know, that was the focus. You know, whoever did that,
genius.
Freaking, he knows. He's got
Could use an award of some kind.
Kaz. He's got cheese.
Well, dude, you know, we got about like 30 minutes left. So
yeah,
you know,
well, I've got one more video, but I feel like it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. It's just driving home that Connie Pataman thing. Let's just skip it.
By all means, let's do it.
It's a quick one. It's a quick one.
Let's do it. We'll come back.
I think it's a Rossi boy.
Let's do it.
Ross. Here we go.
Have you reached any conclusions?
Also, dude, this voice, Ross is, I don't know anything about Ross, bro, but I love his voice, bro.
It's perfect. Yeah.
I want him to narrate my bath time. Yes, I have bath time. And it's for me. Okay? It's for me. I have bath time.
You have a small bathtub, but that doesn't stop you, dude. You know?
No, it does not, dude. I get washed.
You can take a bath with your knees up.
I get relaxed and my knees are up. Okay. And when I want to submerge my knees,
that's the way it goes.
Feet are out. It's all about balance.
That whether people who've been exposed to the phenomenon have characteristics?
So I kind of turned the question around in a different way. So what we've done is looking at these individuals, we found that there is a bundle of nerves at the head of the caudate and putamen in their basal ganglia. This is an
also their
area of the
wieners.
brain.
Yeah, their penises.
And their penises.
And their balls.
Sensory
nipples.
Perceptions.
The clitoris.
And actually
their nose.
Integration of that information.
Their tongue.
Their
for goals seeking.
What'd you say?
The butthole?
Yeah.
The executive function says, I want to do something. It gets passed down to this area. This area says, well, what in my environment do I need to access or know about to accomplish that goal? And then it creates a set of goals, sub goals to accomplish the desired outcome. So this area of the brain, and especially this one area at the head of the cognitive putamen, had
at the head
overdeveloped interaction compared to normals. There was a density of
normals. Gary,
Normal? Oh,
Gary,
what is normal, anyways?
Normal structure.
You know what? That plays. What
like
else do you say? How else do you say it?
It makes perfect sense.
Yep.
And is that a positive thing?
Well, it's a positive thing insofar as the individuals that we were working with would be considered high-functioning individuals, right? So these are all people who came from the intelligence agencies, they pilots, high-level physicists, basically smart people. And so
all right, so that's the short of it. It's it's the third one, kind of repeating the same kind of thing that we've been talking about. It's just cool. I'm just collecting data. Daddies.
We're talking about collecting data.
Daddies.
Right? And we're talking about information, and we're talking about proof and videos and photos and footage. Yeah. Dude, do you think throughout the history of this, it's all been buried in so much hoo-ha, right? How many times do you think you actually seen real footage of something that could have possibly been real?
Twice.
It's
the shit. Okay. All right.
I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 times I've seen something that I was like, oh shit, that might have something to it, right?
Well, okay. It's twice. And then those are the only, I'm not going to over explain it. It's the Area 51 alien interview one that we were talking about before the show that we have planned to show. And then there's the 2008 Turkey UFO video.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also would like to add to that. I really still enjoy that Skinny Bob video.
Oh shit. All right. 3 Skinny Bobbies.
And the Dome of the Rock video where that thing fucking
yes, dude. And there was 5 different
angles
of it.
Dude, yes.
All right, let me pull it up.
Those are some of my favorites, man.
Yo, all right. I just typed in skinny and that. Okay. All right. Skinny Bob. Original. That is Taylor Swift. All right. Video. Alien.
Taylor Swift.
That was a joke.
Alien.
That was a joke. All right. Okay. All right. Let's start off with Skinny Babbies.
Skinny Bab.
Because I feel like this was the first one that I saw when I've always been into aliens, as you know. But the first one when YouTube was a thing, actually, I might have seen this one on E-Bomb's World.
That's possible.
Yeah, dude. No, it was YouTube because it was only uploaded to YouTube from an unknown account, right?
That's right. That's right.
You need to know.
It's supposed to be old KGB footage or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. The seal at the beginning of it, it is the KGB seal on the original video.
Right. Yeah. I have it saved somewhere, dude. Because I was going to use it in the doc. The argument here is what? Okay, it's easier to color match and do CGI when it's black and white or gray film-esque kind of things where the frame rate is different than what we're seeing.
Right.
I get that. But still, dude,
But the fact that they offered somebody $1 million, anybody, $1 million to come forward.
Who's they though? Who did that?
Film studios in Hollywood. They offered $1 million to whoever created this because this was the best goddamn fake they had ever seen in their lives. And if it wasn't fake, then by God, it was real. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's insane.
Somebody offered $1 million. They were like, whoever did this. It's crazy. This was a trip because it has like multiple beings walking all together.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Remember?
Like multiple. Oh, they're like,
and they were upset because somebody had a camera that wasn't in the original
like
plan.
oh, I guess you were told to address it for the event. Yeah.
So they were pissed.
We chose the same turtleneck.
You're gonna have to go back to the ship and change. I'm not changing. I was wearing this first.
I was wearing this shit first.
Listen, Becky,
Deborah's
I'm
such
not
a
gonna argue with you.
Deborah's such a bitch sometimes.
Deborah is a bitch.
She knows it looks better on me.
I was born for turtlenecks.
Everybody knows it. Everybody, she knows that we've talked about this.
We've talked about it. She knows it accentuates my hips. She said she liked tank tops. That's why I bought this in the first place.
She said she liked her boobs are too big for this tank top anyway.
Yeah.
Take them where you got them. All right, I can't find the who offered. So someone's gonna have to fact check that. Like, I know that that's the rumbles. Is like somebody offered money to like disprove this shit. We even went to DuckDuckGo and I can't find it.
You went to DuckDuckGo, dude?
Yeah, I can't.
And you didn't find it on DuckDuckGo?
No.
You know how hard it was to find that alien interview? Too?
Yeah, that's
it
a
was
long time.
so hard to find.
Yeah,
unless you just Google it.
Hard. Oh, so hard.
Hard.
All right, another classic. Dude, 2008, bro. This was one of the first videos I was like, hey.
Yeah, because it's like, obviously,
that's a fucking UFO.
It's a fucking spaceship floating.
It's a spaceship with beings inside of it. Look how far away they are. The only qualm I have is who's just recreationally out on the beach recording film with a 70 to 3,000 millimeter lens. Like they zoom in like crazy. What were they doing out there with that?
It's like 20 miles away, dude.
Yeah, that's a military grade lens. I mean, other than that, I mean, if you're a civilian, that's a $50,000 lens, dude.
Which I guess would be important to have on a ship, maybe.
A shit?
A ship?
Oh, a ship. Yeah, but they're on the beach, right?
Yeah, but not always. I mean, they're mainly in the ocean.
Yeah,
that's like what they do and stuff.
Can you imagine just like 4,000 years ago, like as a Roman, you're like, oh, we're gonna go to battle now. Where is it? No, you got to get on a boat. Where are you gonna go? Well, the horizon.
We're going that way.
What's beyond the horizon? What's beyond the horizon? What's beyond the horizon? Well, a bunch of scientists, a bunch of old farts told us that it will be fine. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if that's enough evidence.
Enzo says, as I recall, this was seen over several days. That's how they had some good gear and position to film it, which makes sense. I mean, that's pretty dope. The fact that it just sat there.
Enzo would know this shit.
He was like, hey, what's up, everybody?
Yeah.
And because a lot of people had, that's right. Because a lot of people had said, no, that's a big ship off in the horizon. And they were like, no, it's not, because it was there for a couple days.
Right. Yeah. So
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. May 27th. And then June 6th, June 9th, June 10th, June 11th. I mean, they were out there. June 12th. Out there, dog. July 12th. Dude, they were out there for a couple months. I bet it was Richard Dolan.
Richard Dolan was hanging out up there a bit.
I bet that's who it was. It was Richard Dolan.
Hell yeah.
That's his goatee. That's the shape of his goatee.
Yeah, dude. Richard Dolan and
hold on.
That one on the left looks like Kathy Griffin.
Oh, it does. That's Kathy Griffin's smile right there, dog.
It might be. I see it. Kind
She's
of.
hot though.
No.
She is. Bro.
No.
Oh, smash. Like, yeah, dude.
No.
Kathy, dude, smash.
Nah. Look at the
Yes.
lip surgery. Pull up the lip surgery
I don't
right
care,
now,
dude.
Look up the lip surgery and
care.
show it to the world on the internet.
Shit, I don't care.
Yes, you do.
Not no more.
Yes, you do. Yes, you-
All right. All right. Who's next?
Kathy
Or what's
Griffin's
next?
lips.
We had Turkey. Okay, what was the third one? Skinny. We had Skinny
Dome of the
Bob.
Rock. Dome of the Rock.
Dome of the Rock, bro. Give me a minute.
It's where the Rock hangs out. It's where Dwayne Johnson lives. He lives in it's the Dome of the Rock, dude. That's where he lives. He lives in a dome.
With Kevin Hart.
Some black ass dome. No, that's the cube.
Okay,
It's a black cube. That's what it is.
You said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video. From
Oh my God, was that a particle?
The light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.
Could that have just been a particle?
What do you mean?
Said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle.
Also,
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like this news reporter, he just doesn't even do science. Like it could be a particle.
Right.
It could be.
Dude,
Right?
screenshot. Look at this. Look at this evidence I'm about to show right now. Open with preview.
I don't see it.
Oh, hold on. I'm about
Are
to
you lying to all? Are you lying?
No, look.
Are you lying to?
I'm about to break I'm about to debunk it.
Ben, the hundreds of thousands of us watching right now, are you lying to all of us right now?
No.
Okay, I believe you.
You see?
It's real tiny.
That's a
What do I
boob.
see? It's a boob.
Do you see the nipple?
So it was night vision.
Yeah.
There's a gnat.
Yep.
No, that's the Dome of the Rock. And that's a fucking UFO, dude, that floated over it and shot off into the sky. That's what that is.
Well, to each his own. Another man's.
So 7 cell phone cameras caught it and CGI'd it all at the same time.
Appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral.
That's one. That's okay. Okay, that didn't show all of the angles.
That's a good one.
Oh, this is the one, dude.
Oh, one. So for those of you just listening right now, I mean, it's just it's the Dome of the Rock, dude. Whoa! And there's like this glowing orange thing hanging
Also,
out.
there's
over
like
it.
multiple little dotty boys. over
Yep,
here.
it shoots straight up in the sky, and then it turns into like these 4 or 5 red dots that are just like.
We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never mind.
Yeah, that's wild, dude.
It's Christmas.
And yes, I mean
Those are
this is the
Christmas
Middle
lights.
East, but no, it's not rockets. You know, that's not what that is.
They didn't have rockets 12 years ago.
The rockets over there, they come down. They don't go up, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If the rockets they had went up, bro, they wouldn't have any problems.
Oh, here it is. Here's the 4 angles. All at the same time.
Oh yeah, they're showing
Like
all the
multiple,
views.
like different sides of the
Dude,
city.
it's so that pulse of light that it does right before it shoots
Yeah.
is incredible. That one down there looks kind of like a disc, dude. What?
Yep. It
Like-
does. Looks like. Yeah.
But it's kind of wavy.
I've seen photos of something similar. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And then boom, here it goes.
Oh,
Like what? Oh,
what? In no way do 4 people. Okay, in After Effects, that's not a VR or whatever software. It's like motion graphics, right?
Yeah.
You can manipulate light and how it reacts. You can make it spread out and then shoot up. How do 4 people all say, "Hey, we're gonna create this After Effects file the exact same way, or a blender, or a
Do they even
Cinema
have
4D.
graphics in the desert? You know,
They
I don't even know if that's a thing.
look at it shoot up, dude. It all looks the same. It goes whiz wow.
That's a good one. I
It's
love that video.
wow. It flashes, then it goes he's squee.
what if everybody inside is like, they're like, wee.
Wee. Wee.
Marcus says the human emotion can be faked. It could be. But I mean, like, does it matter what they fake it if the thing is like shooting in the sky like that?
Kevin
like they can
says-
fake it and be like, I'm sad. Right?
What?
Marcus said the human emotion can't. Oh, it says can't be faked. I thought it said can be faked.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Marcus. I said can be faked. So I was like, so what if that fool was like, I'm sad, but it's still shot in the air? Does that matter?
Right.
But yeah, no, it can. Right? Like I agree with that. Like, yeah, you
Can't
could
be
maybe
fake. There you go.
You could maybe fake the video, but like all four of those videos and all the people at the exact same time are like, whoa, you know, that's cool.
I mean, it is on the left side of all the
coordinated.
videos. Actually, shit, now that I'm looking at it, hold on. All of them are, maybe they're at the same vantage point. No, this one's, they're different. They're different. Like the bottom right, there's, it looks like they're on opposite ends of the horizon. I don't know.
Yeah, I think they're taken from around the city. Like
Like-
they're not all from the same vantage point.
Oh, you can't see what I'm looking at.
No.
I was gonna, Jerusalem. Here we go.
Me and the other 100,000 people can't see what you're looking at right now.
That's right. I'm sorry. 100,000,000.
No, just
people.
100,000, dude.
No, well,
Don't embellish it, bro. It's only
This-
100,000.
you're right. Look,
Listening.
this is the dome right here. So it's
Right.
not directly over that dome. Isn't that the dome?
I mean,
was it over the dome or was it over Jesus?
So okay, check it out. If a UFO comes down, right, and it comes down right around the capital of Texas, but it just so happens to be over like a fucking head shop in the area, are you gonna be like, yo, that was over Oat Willie's last night? Or are you gonna be like, that was over the fucking Capitol, dude?
It's over Planet K, dude. That's what I would. I mean, to lend it credibility, I would say the Capitol, but like to the boys, it'd be like,
honestly, they were at
It was
Planet
over-
K last
it was
night.
over, it was over the gas. It was over the gas pipe last
Is that
night.
the
dog.
gas pipe?
So the gas pipe. The gas pipe.
The gas pipe.
West 6th.
That's
East
that's
6th.
an inside Austin joke.
Yeah, it is. Whoever's from Austin is gonna be like,
Dude,
ha 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 ha.
none of you guys are gonna get it. None of the 100,000 of you are gonna get it tonight, dude.
So many.
Yeah.
So.
And what do we got, dude?
Giant stone balls.
Oh my god.
So we got to meet that guy. That was cool. Fucking David Childress is so chill.
So chill. That's why his
Giant
name,
stone
his last name
balls.
starts with chill.
That look at the end is amazing.
Yeah. He was happy to be there with us.
Honestly, like I think he was just being I don't. He did not have to spend that 15 minutes on us telling. Like we like set it up. We were like, hey, maybe let's try this. Honestly, well, it didn't take that long.
No, dude.
But he was signing autographs and like hanging out with people, shaking hands. I mean, after his talk and after the thing, he was such a cool dude. Like he and his wife were so sweet. We were bugging him, like, hey David, hey, and I was showing him my photo of me on the balls in New Zealand, and I was like, hey, but
I've seen balls too.
I've seen the balls too. He entertained the idea. I really just wanted to connect with the guy. We're kindred spirits. Kindred.
Kendrick
spirits.
Lamar.
Kendrick. No. What?
Kendrick Lamar spirits.
Kendrick Lamar spirits.
We got one more video, right?
We have giant stone balls, and then we have the alien, the UFO, the Area 51, and I closed out of it. All right.
It's the interview. Yeah, dude. And this episode is going to be full of me chewing nicotine gum in the microphone. Sorry.
What did we do to deserve that, dude?
I don't know. Keep coming back.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I enjoy your smacking. I miss it. Honestly, I miss it
constantly, dude.
In the studio.
Constantly. People are like, yeah, you'll be off the nicotine gum in a couple of weeks. I think they're liars. You know why?
I think it's all a ploy. I think it's all a ploy.
Because I constantly chew this stuff. Now instead of having bad lungs, I'm gonna have bad teeth.
Yeah, I feel like it's just none of it's good. Just don't consume anything other than pharmaceuticals. It's just only just take pills. I'm trying to find the original though, dude. The original alien interview,
dude. It is so hard.
Not the one on Richie's.
It's so hard. It's so hard to find it. I only found an image, dude. I could only find an image. I couldn't find the video, which makes it even that much more suspicious now because I used to be able to find it, you know, and I used to be able to just kind of watch it through. But it's very strange that like now I can't find it, right?
Why would they want to bury something like this, Joe, if it were fake?
Because it's real, dude.
No, but it's fake, dude.
Everybody knows that, dude. It's real.
There's no such thing as aliens, Joe. Like, why would they? Like, they know it's fake. Everybody knows it's fake. Like, why hide it?
Let me see. Okay, here we go. Let's just kind of get into the story a little bit.
Are you going to find it, or am I searching on the back?
Well, I was just going to kind of talk about it.
Okay,
if you Google it, you can show an image, and people will see the image, and they'll be like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about." Right.
All right. So in the meantime, I'll show an image of it.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's also like a new one that just recently came out, like 2018 or 19.
Yeah, that was
CGI, and he's like, "Let me tell you about the secrets of the universe." And like, it's just like it's a cool idea, but that's not what we're going for, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, the alien interview. So Art Bell actually had an interview with the guy, and it was a great little interview. And I think he goes, man, what did he go by?
Scrotum.
Scrotum?
What?
No.
What did you say?
No, that's what you said.
Dude!
That's not what I said. How dare you blame me for that?
Scrotum, dude.
Let me see. What was it? Hold on. Alien interview video. Victor, that was that fool's name. There you go. So it was like a story back in the day.
Victor,
right?
yes.
This guy, he goes by the name of Victor, was able to get this video out, and he ends up releasing it to this company. It was like Rocket Film Studios or something. The original video is like real light blue. It's got like this weird tint to it. So they basically take it and try and clean it up. So they take this video and they clean it up and they release it, right? And nobody can figure out what's going on with the video. But I find that it's funny because the guy, he was saying like, look, they had this thing for a couple of years, right? It got there in 87 and they shot this video in 1991, but the video actually wasn't leaked until 1996 is when the video was leaked. Right. And they said that they had this body, this alien for a couple of years. And he also said that they kept it in the lower levels of S4. And then so our Bell
what does S4 stand for?
So S4 stands for Sonic 4, right? Return of Robotnik.
Los Alamos.
No, S4 is where Bob Lazar claimed to have worked as well, right? On the saucers. So this is what this guy says. He's like, look, I don't know who this Bob Lazar guy is.
That's Bob Lazar right there, dude. That's George Knapp. I mean, sorry, that's not Bob. That's George Knapp.
Bro, don't even get me started.
Look at him, look, dude. That's George
Don't
Knapp,
even
bro.
get me started, dude. Don't even get me started.
Look at him.
So the guy is like, I don't know who Bob Lazar is. Can you tell me?
That's
He
a
starts
fake
telling him.
beard. That's a fake beard and a fake wig.
But it could be on purpose. It could be on purpose, right? Because they even like hid his voice and everything. He says,
Yeah.
look, on levels 1 and 2, that's where they deal with the craft. On levels 3 and 4, those people don't ever come up. And they deal with the biological entities that are found in the craft. Dude, I don't know.
Let's hear his voice.
Mismatch between our intellects. I mean, you're not going to have much luck making your dog understand calculus. But if you pet him on the head and say, good dog, aren't you communicating spiritually?
All right, backtrack. It's not George Knapp. That's Bob Lazar right there. Listen to his cadence.
And doesn't the animal control officer say, good dog, when he comes to put...
Actually, no. Jim Goodall, where are you at, dog? Is that you, dog? Is that
Is
you?
that you, Jim, back in the day with some sunglasses on?
Be honest.
some poor stray to sleep? Doesn't the vet try to reassure the animal just before he spays it? When you're dealing with beings whose intellect is so far beyond your own, I don't think it's safe to assume they have your best interests at heart.
What about the content of the tape segment you brought?
As I said, this is late in the series. In fact, it's quite close to the end.
He's like getting mad and shit.
So Enzo, he says that Richard Dolan did an interview about this. And
Richie!
yes, that's where I saw it. And it made me think like, oh my God, this has always been one of those videos that like I've always seen and been like, hey, I feel like there's something to this, right? It's just, there's something about it, dude. You see UFO videos or like you see like, I don't know, you see stuff and you're like, whatever, right? Even as somebody who believes, you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
But
It's
sometimes,
fun.
dude, you see stuff like this or that Skinny Bob or Dome of the Rock or that turkey video. And you're like, you're just like, okay, there's something extra kind of weird about that. There's something a little bit suspicious about that.
Yeah.
But anyways, Richard Dolan had this homie who used to be a professional wrestler, dude, on his show. And he was like, yo, I've been looking into this.
Hey, brother.
He was like,
hey, dude, sorry. I have to pee so bad.
Oh, go for it. Today's episode of UFO Garage is brought to you by Teddy Grahams. Teddy Grahams and Dr. Pepper. It is food and drink for the soul. Also water. Man, it's been about 2 weeks since I've had to do this, so it's a little bit tough. How you guys been, man? Been doing pretty good? We've got lots of people in here tonight. Let's see. Dude, thank you guys so much for coming out and hanging out with us tonight. If you guys have any videos or any photos or anything that y'all have ever seen that have made you kind of, double take and be like, hey, what is this? Yo, send them our way because we'd like to see them too. Like I said, it's not a whole lot of things. As much as I believe and I approve of these messages, man, there's not a lot of things that you see that really make you kind of double check and be like, whoa, that's pretty wild. Yeah, Gary. Yes, Gary. I did see your video. That one as well. That one as well, dude. Oh man. But yeah, if you guys got anything, y'all send it our way. Here comes Ben. Hey, what's up, Ben?
I just want to add, our sponsor for this episode, Poop Brush.
Poop Brush.
You got some poop on your shoes? Brush it off with the poop brush. You got a big enough sink? Don't need those. You got a sink, not your kitchen sink. Use a poop brush. Scrub your shoes. You got a dog. You're going to step in that poop. Okay? We all know you're going to do it. It makes you mad. Don't let it make you mad, bud. You got a poop scoop brush. You get a poop brush. Don't get mad.
Use
it. Happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
And when you're not using the poop brush, double-sided tape.
Double-sided tape for when you're not using that poop brush. That's
not
right.
using that. Don't. If you're not using that poop brush,
Because odds are, if you're using the poop brush, you got a dog, right? Which
Yep.
means that there's also probably hair, and you're going to need some tape to get the
Yep.
hair off your clothes.
Yep.
If you're, you know
how it is, man.
Low class and cheap like me.
If you're anything like me, I have multiple projects going on all the time. I make stuff, okay, and I need tape, but not just any kind of tape.
If you have dogs,
Double-sided tape.
I can see your eye, dude. Promotion, I like it. You're good at that.
So
hell yeah.
So that's
Anyways,
our
dude.
sponsor for the show.
So, bro, what do you think about this video, man? What do you think about this?
The
So-
alien.
so let me-
original
let-
alien-
Let me give you a little rundown of the Dolan episode, because I don't know
Yeah.
if you watched it or not.
I
But
didn't know.
homeboy, he actually he goes to like IBM and shit, and he's like, "Yo, do you know of any? Do you know of any screens that do this?" And they're like, "Nah, man." So he goes to like the top people that like would make things like that, and they're like, "Nah, I mean, it could be a a one-off thing. Sometimes if we're testing new technology or anything like that, we will make like a one-off for that specific purpose."
Right.
So it makes perfect sense that if it was done for like the CIA or intelligence agency, that there would probably only be one of these, right? Because not everybody's just hanging out asking aliens questions in their rooms. So he got that checked out, right? They found some documents talking about it. There was this. He said his one of the doctors in the actual film, he was able to pinpoint because he found his wife. Like he found the old lady, right? And he says in the actual interview with Richard Dolan, he says, the old lady was actually able to finger her husband in the video. And I was thinking it's probably because he's been fingering her for so many years that she returned the favor, right? So that's how we know that that's true, right? Because they were fingering each other.
Because the wife fingered the husband in the
That's
video.
what he says, word for word.
Wow. You know, a lot of things when we're talking about indictments, right? Who's who, you did this, you said that. There's nothing more powerful than a good finger.
Nothing.
And if you've been fingered by your wife on the record, there's nothing short of the truth of that than that.
It's a good way to get to know somebody, you know?
Yeah. It's
It's a little hey, come on over here, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't see anything wrong with it.
Are we just playing off the
I think so.
because he said the word I fingered my
You guys think I'm joking right now, but that's not a joke.
This is not a sexual thing. You guys are making it sexual.
You guys are making it sexual.
Yeah,
right
you
now.
guys are making
He said his wife fingered him in the video. So that's all I
she
can say.
means like she outed him. He outed
Yes.
her.
Yes, exactly.
Who's doing the fingering?
Yes, she was.
Okay, so she was mad that she got caught.
Well, she had said, you know, it's funny because my husband had military friends, and they would always sit around out back, and they would always talk
Finger
about
each
their assignments and the things that they would do in their times of the military. And she said, I always found it very, very odd that my husband never shared any stories with his friends about what he did as his time as the medical guy in the Air Force.
Right.
And so he was like, oh, well, I didn't even mention that I was looking for an Air Force medical guy, but this makes perfect sense. So he ends up showing her the video, and she's like, holy shit, that's my husband. So by him showing her the video, it answered a lot of her questions that she had her whole entire life, because he never told her what she did. So she always wondered where the fuck he was going, why he never talked about his military career. So when this guy showed her the video, she was like, holy shit, that makes perfect sense. Why he never said anything. By the way, that's a fucking alien, and you're blowing my mind right now. What is up with that? He's like, look, I'm just trying to figure out if this video is real. And she's like, well, I don't know what to tell you about the video, but that is definitely my husband. they also track down some lady doctor that's in the video, and they can like tell that it's her. It's pretty wild, dude. So like they started finding names and people that were maybe associated with this thing. And then you go back and you listen to that whole Victor interview. It's pretty wild.
Is it that one Eben that everybody keeps talking about?
It's not the same one. They've had multiple.
All right. So
because Victor says that the way that they did it, you could tell that it was very like, all right, bring them in. Like they had been here, done that, you know, the way they acted about the whole thing.
Long ago, they aren't susceptible to our diseases directly, but it has been shown that microbes can reproduce and form colonies within their respiratory systems, which tends to exacerbate the debilities they seem to.
Is this his hand? Like he's kind of chilling on like the arm of the chair?
Yes, he claims that he has 4 fingers. There's 3, and then there's a thumb.
Those talons?
The thumb could be used as a pointer finger as well, but it has 4 fingers, and they all, you know, the 4th one is a thumb, but it could be used to like point at things, or use it as a pointer finger. He also says that damn, what was I going to say? I completely spaced on what I was going to say. But yes, that is...
You could use multiple fingers to point at things. Coach Safarik used to point at shit like this.
He used to do that all the time.
Because he's a cowboy and half of his fingers didn't work.
Right.
Suffer anyway in our environment.
He's chilling. Look, dude, he's chilling like this.
Oh, another thing he said, I had this looked at by like film people, CGI guys, and all kinds of stuff, saying that this was all like puppeteer work. And he said that like when they had people review it, they said that when you zoom in and you look closely on the face of the being, at one point the being is making 5 separate movements with his face at one time. And he said that there's no way that animatronics in 1996 were going to be able to move that many mechanisms at one time in a face.
I mean,
and when you put them together, there's always a crease in the material and in the bodies when you put animatronics together. And they studied it and they said that there's no creases anywhere that they can find on that body that would lead them to believe that it is animatronics at all.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah. And so he was like, you know, I kind of just ran across this video, thought it was interesting. I started asking people. The more I asked, the more interesting it got. And then it got to the point to where I started finding people that were on this program talking to this thing, and it just kind of spiraled. So like here we are today, like bringing this video back up, like, oh my God, did we just overlook it? Is this something that was just put out there that
I think that the people that are out there right now have all said, even Louis Boy has said there's some videos out there that we have not been able to contain.
Right.
If someone could find that clip, I know I'm not crazy. I know that exists somewhere. They're like, yeah, there's some videos out there that we haven't been able to keep on the hush. But also they're like in that uncanny valley where it could be fake. Where you're like bringing in CGI experts and you're like, oh, is this real? It goes back to episode 1, Joe, of this whole podcast where we're like, even if you saw a video of an alien, they move so different. Like, how would you know if it was real or not? Because they move weird.
Look,
also look at the creases on this guy. Oh,
can't see nothing.
Okay.
Over 30 years too late.
He's got a lot of creases.
That's CGI, bro.
He could be animatronic. Look at all those creases on his face.
Long ears.
Yeah.
Who's he talking to?
Enzo said that the guy was saying the EKG readout on the screen may have been from a creature that had heart and lung organs. And if you listen to the interview with Victor, he says that they have things that represent heart and lungs, like certain organs, but they also have a what did he call it? When you look at them, they are physical, but they have like some kind of psychedelic effect to where they don't look real as well. It's really fucking weird. But he had the medical guy examine the video, and he says it looks like that little monitor that's going up and down Whenever it starts having like the palpitations and it starts
Right.
foaming, it's
Right.
matching exactly what is happening with the being at the time.
See, the foaming seems like it's stationary though.
Is it stationary?
See, it's like an artifact. He looks like he's playing the bongo drums.
No, that's not. That foam isn't stationary. That's just.
Dude, that's it right there. Look.
That's not the foam.
Oh.
It's probably the corner of that monitor.
He's filming the beat. That's a fucking alien, bro. What if, dude? What if
That's Cinnamon Terry, dog, on the bongos. That's Cinnamon Terry on the bongos, dude. We figured it out.
That's full circle right there, dog.
Yep.
This is where I thought you were talking about it was like phlegm or what is foam?
Yeah, no.
Like, coming off
Because there's like glass in between them.
Dude, what if he's just vibing?
That's what he's filming through is glass. It's not like there's just a camera right in front of him. Like they're filming behind glass right now.
Yeah, dude. Oh, so that's like a reflection of the glass or something.
Yeah, yeah.
What gets me is like the intricacy of even this blurry ass video. Like you can kind of see a nosy boy, and you can kind of see like a mandible, like a upper mandible, which is the scientific term.
Yeah, they said the way that the mouth moves is not typical of animatronics. It moves independently. The mouth does.
And like in this up here, this like crevasse, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
But
Dude,
you see
I feel
the
bad for him. Like it kind of
yeah.
I feel sorry for the guy.
And he says that the mistreatment isn't on purpose, really. It's not, you know.
Also, I've realized that that's not his hand. This little claw, that's not his hand.
No.
It can't be his hand.
Looks like a table. There's a little screen right there.
What else is that though?
Monitoring
what is that?
him.
What? All right.
And then right here to the left, if you look to the left, right here where the 27 is, in the light version, if you look at the blue version, you can see a shoulder that has camo. And you can see a military patch. And that there's a doctor that's going to come in, right? And he's going to shine the light. And then right here, you're going to see the military guy turn his head to the left as if like it was unprompted. Like he didn't want people to see that he was on film.
This dude
he moves his head.
Why is he wearing a scream mask?
That's the doctor.
Sorry.
If you look at the bottom of the screen where it says 27,
yeah,
you see where there's kind of like a little bowl right there, but it's only like a half moon. Well, the reason that little black line is there is because that's somebody's arm. That's a shoulder. So if you look in the blue video, this whole left side of the video, there's a person standing there asking questions, and they're in a military uniform.
No shit.
Yeah. If you pull up the original video, you can see that guy standing there, right there. He's
How
in a
the fuck
military
are we gonna
uniform.
pull up the original video?
There's an original video on the internet I saw. Let's see.
I have all the video editing softwares in my disposal ready at the go, but without the original information, like we'd just be highlighting artifacts.
Yeah. Let's see.
We'd just be creating light when there is not. It's computer guessing. That's where a lot of fakes come from.
I'll have to. Yeah, I can see it right here.
But like the shine on its lens.
Yeah,
lens, dude. I've always felt like this was real, dude.
Me too. Me too.
Ah!
Me too.
Oh my gosh! Hey, congratulations, Gary Voorhees, member for 24 months. My brother, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Hell yeah, dude. 24 months. You've had how many shows in the last year? So many, dude. I fucking love you, brother. I talked to you today. I literally talked to you today. Enzo, you're blue. payment plan. Hell yeah. Big Willie. Gosh darn it. Great. I just feel your vibe, dude. I feel your positivity coming through the computer screen. I miss you, bud. Sonny, I miss you too, bud. I miss your scent. We should be roommates. Kevin, you're welcome too. Big Willie, Kevin, Sonny, Enzo, Gary, 509. Fuck it. Let's move in together. You know, let's stop dancing around it. Let's just move in together. Okay. Who else? Kevin. Oh, I already said Kevin. Josh. Don't think I didn't see you there. You son of a bitch. You always think I don't see you. Let's move in together. Okay. Marcus, we're just friends. You can come over and hang out and have a beer. I don't know you well enough yet to invite you to live with me. Jason, same. No. Yeah, no, Jason, same. Ben Jim, fuck yeah, dude. You own the place, dude. You're the landlord in my opinion, champ. You've been living here in the basement for 17 years. And everybody's been trying to figure out the mystery.
Hey.
And Joe and I just live here. You know?
That's right, man. We just live here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, check this out.
Whoa.
Dude. That's the jam.
Looks pretty nice, huh?
That's the jam. We had some jams, dude.
We had the jams.
And then a bunch of vacuum cleaner commercials.
A bunch of
stole our
fucking
music.
Macy's goddamn commercials and vacuum cleaners stole our stuff.
I had more comments about like Macy's stole your shit. No, well, we just use the same music licensing. The difference is that I added farts to this. And there was some farts. As
and
UFO Garage.
Right?
There you go. Proof is in the pudding.
So.
Or in the butt.
I didn't say it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Well, dude, this has been a pretty epic show.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like we didn't even get to the nitty-gritty.
And we're not going to.
That we talked about.
We'll do it on the next episode.
All right, let's save it. Let's save it till next week. Well, shit. We're probably busy next week. Next time we see you guys. There's no commitments. There's no promise. I don't know. It's just a fun thing, right? Like
we are from the future, and we will see you in the future.
We only exist when you need us the most. We're kind of like Peter Pan.
Except for
every single way, we're like Peter Pan.
That's true. Yeah, we are. Second start of the ride onward till morning, man. Hell yeah.
I fucking love that. Hell yeah.
Kevin says, great first show. Hell yeah.
Missed you guys.
Hell yeah. All right, everybody. Well, hey.
Nanny McPhee.
Nanny.
Just busted down a dance in the kitchen eating pizza.
That's right.
Big Willie. Hell yeah.
It's because we got the jam.
Don't send me photos of that.
DM those photos immediately.
Don't DM them photos with your 16 kids.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Big Willie has 16 kids.
He's literally starting the new
by the way, Big Willie.
Revolution.
By the way, Big Willie. Hey, it's been an unbelievable season for both of us. And I hope to see you at the national championship, buddy. Honest to God, I do. I hope to see you. I'd love to play Alabama again and whoop their ass, but again, but I'd like to see you guys. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. That'd be a great matchup. Hell yeah.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
It's football.
Hell yeah, it's football.
There's 4 more points for me.
Hell yeah, dude.
Not
all right,
funny,
man. Well,
Joe.
hey, stop it.
Hey.
This has been another episode
Episode
of
of
UFO,
UFO
Garage.
Garage.
We'll see you next time, man.
Woo!
Peace.
Love y'all.
UFO Garage. UFO Garage.
All right, after party. Whoever's sticking around.
How dare you?
Huh?
How dare you?
We're not doing an after party? We go to bed? Okay. See you, buddy. All right, we're not doing an after party. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. We'll see you next time.
No, hey, don't you walk away from me. Hey, come back here. Come back here. Hey.
So, after party started. What's next?
I'm going to sleep.
Are you serious going to bed?
I'm going to bed.
Dude, it's 9:50. All right, it's kind of late. I have work. Well, I'm self-employed. My boss is a dick.
You?
Yeah.
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 I stared off into the distance.
Your boss.
Yeah.
Dick.
He's a fucking asshole. God. I can't imagine working for me. Dude, yeah. Made a lot of progress. That you remember that OLAMS, the women's shelter? Did I start that project? We were over the summer?
No, but I remember about talking about finishing strong.
Yeah, so yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about this.
Are you talking about work?
I'm talking about work right now. It's
To
the
me-
after party.
Well, end the show and talk to me about work. These people don't want to hear about work.
Nobody wants to talk about work. How about the fun stuff? How about the secret military stuff we're working on? We're not working. I lied. We're not doing that.
Explain to me, Ben, about this secret military stuff that we've been working on. Well, explain it to me.